everyone. I am in the full swing of comps studying now. Got my blue light glasses on, but because of the glare, I'm gonna take them off. But if you guys watched my exam 2/practice test diary of a PT student, if not, I will put a link in the description below. But in that one is obviously when I took my first practice exam. So I am still going over that, and in that video I said that I wasn't going to show you guys like me going over it, but I did want to make a little clip to show you like, a couple products that I use that have helped me like study not just for comps but for other classes and stuff, and just a little bit. So just a warning or precursor if you were taking the School Builders like 1 practice exam, because it is the same test, because at least I have the 2021 version of the book. I think the new version might be different, but it does have the same like questions, because like in the same order, because you like have to go over them in the book. I hope that makes sense. But I wanted to show you kind of my little setup and a couple things. Okay, so this is just the question that I am currently on, and then I've got the book right here, so it goes through each of the questions and then like explanations for why it's the right answer and explanations for the other ones and why they're wrong. So I've got my dry erase pencils because I am using my little whiteboard that I have here. So the products that I want to talk to you about are these Rocketbook beacons, are these things, and then I also have the Rocketbook book. So this one are reusable pages, so you could just, there's specific pens that I have. My little pen booklet is back here. So there's erasable pens that you have to use for this. And then this one, you can use any whiteboard, and then you just put these beacons on them and then it'll scan it. So I did take a screen record of the app. So when you go onto the app, obviously it's called Rocketbook, that's a little symbol. So with the actual Rocketbook, it scans like the full page and then like copies it into like a PDF form. So some of the pens don't show up very well. So originally when I was studying for comps, I was using the Rocketbook, but a lot of the notes just weren't showing up as well and it was hard to read. So that's why I ended up switching over to the beacons. So the beacons, sometimes I have to move them a little bit to get like a better scan so that it doesn't like cut off some of the stuff. But I've used them on campus as well. You can use it on any whiteboard. They just have like a little sticky back, and so you just stick them on the whiteboard and then it senses them, and that's how you use that. So I started using just my little personal whiteboard. Could fit like a little bit more of the answers. I can't remember when I actually took this practice exam, but the reason why I'm still going through it and it's taking me so long is because like if you looked at my whiteboard, like I am here, I'll show you. So I'm writing down some notes on what the question asked, so that's in black, and then red if I got it wrong, green if I got it right. So the brown is the notes like about why that's the right answer, and then the blue is why the other ones are wrong. So that's kind of the system that I came up with. That's not how it was when I first started, so like my notes from the beginning are kind of a little bit different, but I'm obsessed with color coordinating everything, so that's why I wanted to have like a difference in color so that I can like see it better versus having like everything written in black and stuff like that. This is not sponsored by Rocketbook or anything, but they are really great products if you are trying to like, not have 1,000 notebooks. Like if I had this for anatomy, it would have like saved me so much paper. So yeah, they are always coming up with new products. They have like planners and all kinds of stuff. I'll leave like a link to their website or something below. I don't have like an affiliate or anything with them, so I just think they're a really cool company. So I wanted to do a little clip and tell you guys about that. So I only have 18 more questions to go through, and then the next 3 days I am just gonna be like going over like certain sections and just trying to cram as much information into my brain as possible. So wish me luck. Okay, I'm gonna make this clip pretty short for now because it's 7:24, so I have to be upstairs in 20 minutes. And I'll probably obviously go up there a little bit early because I don't want to be late. But I am obviously on campus now to take my comp exam. So yes, I did get up in time and get here. So that's good. I just wanted to say a couple things before I took it. I got a lot of like encouragement and stuff from like my classmates who are super sweet. Something that I'm trying to really focus on is like, this is just another exam. Like, I've taken a ton of them. That's what one of my classmates said, which I was like, you know, so I'm trying not to like overthink about it. And then one of the things that I think Kyle Rice, who does like the PTE, like the PT Hustle podcast, when he was telling his story, I'm pretty sure he's the one that said this, is that like, you are the answer key. Like, you have all of the answers. Like, and so I'm trying to like embody that. Like, I have learned this stuff for 2 years, you know, and studying, like, so I just need to take my time, read the answers, like read the question properly, know what they're asking, and come up with the right answer. There's only one right answer. There's no A and B or B and C. Like, yes, some answers like might have like a 2-part, like both parts have to be true, but like there's still only one answer, which I think is more helpful because I hate the ones that are like all of the above, none of the above. So it's not like that. So that is what I am trying to embody. So I'm just going to take some deep breaths and let's do this thing. So I will obviously update you guys after. So wish me luck. All right, ladies and gentlemen, after not feeling so great and not knowing how to interpret my score, I had to ask some of my PT school friends. Oh, sorry. My fiance's calling me. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I was moving because I always move when I talk on the phone. Where was I? Okay, so obviously I just took my exam, and afterwards I didn't know whether I had passed or not. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in my other Diary of a PT Student about the scores when I took the practice exam. So for NAU, for the comp exam, I needed a 550 to consider passing so that I can go to clinicals. But for the actual board exam, it's a 600. It gave me like a score report, and I was like, I don't know how to read it. And I kept looking at the section that said like on par to pass or like something like that. And I was like, is that me? Does that mean I'm like on track to pass? Like, and so I couldn't figure it out. So like I came out of the room. And also, okay, backtrack. If you saw the clip before this, we'll put text over it and say that, yeah, so the person that was supposed to meet me for my exam literally never showed up. So I was waiting upstairs for like an hour trying to like get a hold of somebody to figure out what was going on with my exam. That front desk lady showed up at like 7:55. I was supposed to start my exam at 8 a.m. And she was like, can I help you, sweetie? And I'm like, yeah, I'm supposed to be here to take my comp exam for PT. And she's like, oh, who are you supposed to meet? She went down to their office. Nobody was there. On their door, it said remote Thursday and Friday. So I was like, oh, well, that's great. And she's like, are you sure you're supposed to be here? And I'm like, yeah, I reread that email like 3 times because I wanted to make sure that I didn't make the same mistake being late for my final and be late for my comp exam. So I made sure that I was here super early. Yeah, I was like, no, she definitely said, come to the 6th floor PBC campus. Somebody will meet you. And that definitely didn't happen. So then I had to email the other lady who originally was giving me my instructions, who apparently left NAU last week, like it was her last day. But I emailed her and I was like, yeah, so nobody's on campus. Like, there's nobody in the offices, so please help. And she was like, oh, let me like reach out to them, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, waited literally over an hour, finally got a call from them and saying that the front desk lady can just put me into a empty office and just let me take my exam. I just can't bring my backpack or my phone or anything in there, but have at it, I guess. So yeah, that's how this morning went. That was great. It wasn't super stressful at all to this already extremely stressful exam. So then once I got my score, I like mass messaged like everyone that I could think of. So like my like buddy and my other like friends in PT school, my second year buddy, so from the class ahead of me, and my friend that graduated a couple years ago. I was like, somebody tell me, did I pass? Because I don't know. And so they were like, I'm pretty sure your total score says 557. So I'm pretty sure that's the one you need to look at and that you passed. So it's not 100% confirmed yet, but I'm about 99% sure that I got a passing score. So yes. And I'm wearing my I drink and I know things, because I drink and I know things. So I am incredibly proud of myself, because that was extremely stressful. Like, you know how much I've been studying like the past like few days, and like a lot of the stuff that I didn't review, like I was like, I don't remember this, I should know this. And so I was freaking out. There were so many on this freaking exam, it blew my mind. I can't talk about anything in particular because I don't want anybody to come at me, but yeah, it was a wild ride. I did not feel confident, honestly. I kept telling myself, I kept like emitting confidence. Like I said in my earlier clip, I am the answer key. I know the answers. So I kept telling myself that. This morning before I left, Tony and I were like, Dr. Watson, you're almost there. So just hyping myself up, and I think mentally it must have worked, because I freaking passed. Barely. I would have taken a 550 on the dot, honestly. So a 557, I will hands down take it. And then even Karen told me when I sent them a picture of my score, and she saw like it tells you, it like breaks it down by section, and my like interpretation, like clinical interpretation, I don't remember what it's actually called, but that was my highest section. And she's like, I'm really proud of you because you haven't even gone through clinicals and that was your best section. She's like, that was my worst section when she took it. So I was like, that's so sweet, because I honestly I was not very confident. But yeah, so that's it for comps. I did run into my neuro professor afterwards, which was fine. So grades will be posted, final grades will be posted tomorrow on Louis. So just to make sure, final nail in the coffin, if you will. And we are just about there, baby. I'm so excited. So probably one more clip once I get my final grade, just to make sure. And once I get the go, then next couple weeks I get to just work a ton and chill when I can. So that's gonna be it for now. Now I'm going to go drink. Sorry, Mom.